a friend was visiting last night, and she said, "Hey, would you play that song, the one about?" She described it, and I said, "Oh yeah, no problem. I'll play it." And I decided I needed to just get a little refresher on the lyric, so I brought it up and I just read through it, and I realized that it read like a paragraph. You know, it wasn't just little snippets of images that somehow we have to piece together, like you'd piece together some stars into a constellation and you'd say, well, it's a bear. What do you mean it's a bear? It looks like 5 stars. How do you get bear out of that? You know, well, a lot of songs, you know, they have sort of little snippets of ideas that you have to kind of piece together with some sort of imagination. And then there's this. It will change you like a lover when you dive below the reef and see the phosphorescent colors shimmer way beyond belief. But when taken to the surface, all that color fades away, because when lifted out of water, living coral turns to gray. But down deep, it's so bright, and that light won't leave you. You've seen this sight, but they can't believe you, because your words go dull, and they never could explain. There's just no telling where you've been. On the map, it shows the mountain, but I'd never seen a glimpse of the 100 miles of vista represented by an inch. I had read all their descriptions, all their words set out so clear, but there's nothing they could tell me that could ever take me here, to this view, this height that my heart remembers. It's proof, it's life, it's the burning ember. But my words go cold, and they never could explain. There's just no telling where I've been. When this sunrise sees me, and the first light burns brand new, it seems so easy to tell what I've been through. But my little camera can't keep up with panoramas all around. There's just too much view to capture when we stand on sacred ground. Though my mind cannot contain it, my heart's filled up to the sky. I know words cannot explain it, but I'm fool enough to try. And you smile at me, and my heart is listening. Your eyes, they speak, and there's nothing missing. It's quiet up here. We can listen to the wind, 'cause there's just no telling where we've been. I really like that the whole thing works, sort of the syntax and everything goes together and makes a paragraph. It makes a thing that, even if it didn't rhyme, it would go together and make sense. And I just love that it's so thoroughly written. And I know that it's wild to be like proud of a song that I wrote. It usually doesn't happen. I'm usually not satisfied with the songs that I've written, because the lesson that I've gotten is sort of received. You know, it's like you get the juice out of it, and you know, you put it in the compost. But it was cool to remember that there is this thing that is very satisfying about working on a song so long and so thoroughly that it isn't just sort of like throwing paint on a canvas. It isn't just kind of an emotional, cathartic sort of thing. It isn't. It actually has a linearity. It has a story, and the fact that these verses are so kind of parallel in the form that they take. So I realized that, yeah, there's this thing that I do that isn't really, you know, like, it's it's sort of like being really good at something that is not needed by a lot of people. And that's, you know, it's kind of like the guy that I just sent my microphone to. I have these cool old German microphones that, you know, they're the best. And they're 50 years old, so sometimes you need to, you know, send them off to the guy. And Bill Bradley, MikeShop.com, an interesting character. Just when you think that, you know, human beings have lost their integrity and nobody does good work anymore, you bump into somebody who, you know, it's. I was joking with him that it's sort of like the keepers of the ancient wisdom, you know, the people that in an old tribal kind of setting would be the wise men who know the rites, know the rituals that bring the springtime so the crops can grow, and you honor the wisdom keepers, you know. And in these days when we buy junky things that break and it's cheaper to go buy new junky things, there's still some things that are so well made that they're still the best. And you get an old C12 microphone, you know, that's got this brilliant sort of extra, it's like it listens better than a human can listen. It has an ability to bring out the best of what's there and bring it to your attention. Sort of like the best light when you're looking at fall colors and the sun is just right low in the sky and there's a cloud above it and the light has this amazing sort of way of showing you the beauty of things that you might have passed by. There are some microphones that listen that way. They can hear the depth of a voice. They can hear the real personality of a voice. And so when I brought my mic to Bill Bradley, I just kind of, I was really grateful that there are people that, you know, have gone the distance and made it a lifetime to understand how these things work, and so it feels great to celebrate the fact that, yeah, it may be a craft that not everybody needs, but if you actually find that you need it, it's really good to know that somebody is willing to go the distance to spend their life doing it. And so I love that there is a value in the quirky, little used perfection of a craft. And it's kind of fun to go back and see one that still rings true and can still speak everything. And it isn't just kind of a sketch or some quick notes about a setting. It actually has the whole setting there so that the emotion is presented again. And so I'm encouraging myself and anyone who cares to listen that the pursuit of this kind of sort of specialized crafting of something well beyond the sort of pragmatic means of a sort of throwaway society, I think it gives a certain kind of dignity in the long run. So, my 2 cents for today.